Bungie just released a massive This Week at Bungie article, Season of the Deep first look, including some key art which looks amazing. New Strand Aspects, changes to your abilities, new exotic armor focusing and stat details, trials updates, and tons more. Welcome Guardians, let's jump right in. So the Bungie Weekly Update kicks off with Guardian Games information. If you've missed it, Guardian Games is going on right now in-game. You can jump in, compete against the other classes, and get some of that new armor and rewards. Just under that is where things get interesting. It says, rolling in the deep with a Season 21 first look. Who doesn't love a good teaser, am I right? Here's our first look at what Season of the Deep will have to offer starting on May 23rd at 10 AM Pacific. So this is very interesting. We've had some theories that Season of the Deep will take us back to Titan as that Winterbite quest foretold, and this key art definitely gives me those sort of vibes. What is this giant creature? Is this that Leviathan creature floating in the methane oceans of Titan and Ahamkara, or something different? Bungie doesn't really give us much in the TWAB, just this image, and the armor also looks pretty insane. Let's talk about 3 new Strand Aspects releasing in Season 21. The goal with these aspects is to strengthen the existing Strand kits and expand the gameplay options of each class. You'll be able to acquire these aspects as part of a new pursuit after visiting the Pukapand and Neomuna's Hall of Heroes. Let's first start with the Hunter aspect, Threaded Spectre. Activate your class ability to leave behind a decoy woven from strand matter that draws the attention of nearby combatants. After taking significant damage or when combatants approach, the decoy detonates, dealing damage and releasing threadlings that seek out and attack nearby foes. So this sounds pretty cool, a decoy. When players activate their dodge, you'll leave behind a decoy woven from strand matter that draws the attention of enemies on that battlefield. Enemies will shoot at the Threaded Spectre until it's destroyed or expires, giving the Hunter and their fire team enough time to get to safety. When destroyed, a Threaded Spectre explodes into 2 threadlings. Threaded Spectre gives the Hunter players access to threadling generation and a new way to control the battlefield. The Titan aspect is Fléchette Storm. While sliding, activate your charged melee ability to leap into the air, knocking nearby targets away and dealing damage. While airborne, activate your charged melee again to launch a cluster of damaging, unraveling projectiles. Repeatedly activating melee will chain additional throws. This Titan aspect was designed to provide players with a tool that allows for more potency at range and gives Titans easier ways to unravel enemies. Berserkers will have access to a powerful new slide melee attack that quickly launches them up into the air and blasts away any nearby enemies. Then, while airborne, press your melee again to fire a cluster of tracking projectiles that deal heavy damage and unravel enemies. And the Warlock aspect, the Wanderer. Tangles you throw attach to enemies and detonate into a suspending burst. Threadling final blows create a tangle. When Warlocks equipped with this aspect pick up a tangle, they weave the tangle into the Wanderer. When thrown, the Wanderer travels through the air seeking targets. Once it finds a target, it soars toward them, latches on, and explodes into a suspending detonation that deals damage and suspends nearby enemies. The Wanderer gives Broodweavers another way to upgrade their tangles and grants access to the suspend effect without needing a shackle grenade. Earlier this week, Bungie released a massive blog post detailing ability tuning changes that Guardians can look forward to in next season. This included some changes coming to roaming supers. If you don't feel like searching and reading through that whole article, here's a quick TLDR. Tuning changes to supers, including a nice buff to damage resistance and damage dealt in PvE. A class-by-class breakdown in Season 21 changes. what they're doing to beef up stasis, and how subclass keywords are evolving for Arc and Solar players. You can find that article on Bungie.net if you are interested in these specific changes. Let's talk about some massive economy changes. For the first time, Bungie will not be increasing the power bands in Destiny 2 in Season 21. The power floor 1600, soft cap 1750, power cap 1800, and pinnacle caps 1810 will not change over the course of Season 21. If players hit the pinnacle cap during Season 20, they will remain at that cap in 21. Exotic armor focusing and decryption will be coming to Rahul at the start of Season 21 as well. Bungie mentioned that in the past, but here's a breakdown. Standard decryption will allow you to decrypt engrams for free. Players receive random drops from standard exotic loot pools at no additional cost. Exotic focusing Tier 1. Focus an engram to receive a random roll of an exotic from an associated expansion. You will need to have ownership of that expansion as well as previously acquired all the armor pieces within an engram for your class. And this will cost 1 exotic engram, 30,000 glimmer, and 1 ascendant shard. You then have exotic focusing Tier 2. Focus specific exotic armor for high cost. Requires ownership of an expansion, and of course it has a higher cost. 1 exotic engram, 60,000 glimmer, 3 ascendant shards, and 1 exotic cipher. Bungie says they've taken a pass at the exotic armor stat packages, so your exotics should roll consistently at higher rates and with more frequent individual stat spikes starting in Season 21. Deep Sight activation and crafting economy changes. In Season 21, we will be adding the ability to electively activate Deep Sight on weapon instances to obtain pattern progress. This capability will be accessible through a new mod slot in the weapon details screen for eligible weapons. To perform a Deep Sight activation on a weapon, you will need a new Deep Sight Harmonizer currency. Non-raid weapons will cost 1 Harmonizer, while raid weapons will cost 15 Spoils of Conquest in addition to the 1 Harmonizer cost. This Deep Sight Harmonizer currency can be obtained from the Season Pass rank rewards, 3 in the free ranks and another 3 in the paid. This will be the sole purpose of this currency for the initial rollout of this feature. Not all weapon instances though will be compatible with Deep Sight activation. You will be prevented from activating Deep Sight for a weapon that has already had its pattern unlocked, and weapons that previously had Deep Sight will be ineligible. Crafting cost will also see a change in Season 21. Legendary Shard cost will be removed from all crafting components. Glimmer and enhancement cores will remain untouched. And enhanced weapon costs are based on weapon masterwork costs, and thus will still require legendary shards as we are not yet modifying the weapon masterwork economy in Season 21. Here's some quality of life updates they'll think we'll enjoy. In Season 21, Bungie is adding boosted triumphs to legacy content with randomly dropped exotic weapons to bring them up to our standard for raids and dungeons. They are adding them to existing triumphs and they are retroactive, so if you've already done the requisite triumph, you immediately start getting a boost. Here's a look at those different weapons. Finest Matterweave and Rainmaker are getting deprecated. All existence of Finest Matterweave can be dismantled for 1 enhancement core each, and all existing instances of Rainmaker can be dismantled for 3,000 glimmer. This is nice because I have a lot of those just sitting in my inventory, and now Bungie is going to be getting rid of them, but dismantle those if you'd like to get some of that glimmer and enhancement cores. Daily bounties are getting a little bit of a change. Current daily bounties requiring you to get a specific type of kill like a grenade, headshot, or any type of special or heavy weapon now will require twice as many kills to complete, but can be done anywhere in the game, with increased progress in Vanguard Ops or Nightfalls. They're also adding some new bounties, killing elites, mini-bosses, and champions, kills with elemental abilities, and complete 2 Vanguard activities. If you are interested in the Good Boy Protocol, Archie will be returning in Season 21 after we met the Robo-Dog back in Seraph. Some of you may not like this, but the Season Pass seems to be getting a price increase from 1,000 silver to 1,200. The Season Pass plus 10 ranks bundle from 2,000 to 2,200. As for Trials, when Trials comes around next season, Guardians will have a chance to unlock new exotic cosmetic rewards when opening the Lighthouse Rewards chest. Here's a look at some of those. So the Messenger High Impact Kinetic Pulse Rifle, the Unexpected Resurgence Adaptive Arc Glaive will be added to the Trials pool. The adaptive version of Unexpected Resurgence will be first available on the weekend of June 9th, while the adaptive version of the Messenger will be available the weekend of June 18th. The following weapons will be removed from the standard pool in Season 21, but the non-adaptive versions will be available via Legacy focusing with Saint 14, that is the Inquisitor's Shotgun and Whistler's Whim Bow. If you've done the intro quests for Trials up to this point, it can feel like a lot, making you get 50 Crucible kills, raise your power level, and reset your Valor rank once. Some changes are coming to this next season. Step 1 will be complete your competitive placement matches. Get 50 kills in competitive and raise your power level. Step 2, pick up a Trials passage, play a game of Trials, win 1 round, and get 1 elimination. Your reward for doing all this will be a roll of the Astral Horizon Trials Shotgun. Trials passages are also getting updated. Passage of Wealth. Previously granted increased reputation on wins 3, 5, and 7 on a card. In Season 21, this passage will grant plus 75 Trials rep for every win, along with an additional bonus for your current major rank in Trials, up to 150 total. This encourages players to stay on the same card and take advantage of the system granting more reputation for wins later in that card. And then Passage of Mercy. In Season 21, this passage will forgive 2 losses if you have not been flawless for the week. After going flawless, if you reset your card, it will revert to forgiving a single loss on each card. The mode Dominion will be moving to the core game mode for Trials next season. This is a change they said they are not making lightly, but after several seasons of testing it in Trials labs and analyzing both the positives and negatives, they believe this shift is the best interest for Trials as a whole. There's also changes to Gilded Flawless and some info on some emblems. You can find that on the TWAB near the bottom. Anyway, Guardians, that's the major bulk of information for this video. Let me know your thoughts on all of it. Trials, Season of the Deep, that art we saw, and what you think on some of those economy changes. If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore, mysteries, and news just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.